What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, Smith Blacksmith89, aka Mr. Malone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know. Yes, I know. It's been a while, but I'm back. I will be doing more unboxing videos soon, but I know this is a late unboxing. They already been out the package and everything, but I just want to show you guys something that I love near and dear to my heart, and I'm officially on the train of collecting these R.L. Stine Goosebump books. That is right. I am on the journey of collecting all original 62 books in total. Now, the last time I did a Goosebump book video, those were books I got from the library and what they originally had. These are books I purchased with my own money. I didn't get them from the library. I didn't borrow from nobody. I purchased off of eBay, and there's only maybe one book in here that I had since I was a kid. Now, my goal is to get the original 90s cover art Goosebump books. Yes, I know they have original 90s cover art in new print and new old school print, but I want the original, the ones that I grew up with, not the new issue. It's a 90s thing. You know, you grew up in the 90s, Goosebumps, Power Rangers, all of that was on me right there. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys my entire collection that I have so far. Starting off, it came from Ohio. My Life as a Writer by R.L. Stine as told by Joe Arthur. This is R.L. Stine's book when he's talking about his life as a writer and how he came up with the Goosebump books. And you know what Goosebump book collection is? It's not a complete collection unless you have this book in it. Here's the front of the book, here's the spine, and then here's the back. Has he had a horrifying life? Was R.L. Stine a scary kid? Did he have a weird family? Did his family at school think he was strange? Why does he like to terrify his readers? Why does he get the frightening idea for his stories? I mean, where does he get the frightening ideas for his stories? All of your questions about America's best-selling author are answered in this Stine-tingling life story. For the first time ever, R.L. Stine reveals what he was like when he was your age and what his scary life is like today. Plus private snapshots and photos from his family album. Now, I'm currently reading this book right now, but yeah, this is the first book that I have on my Goosebump collection. Okay, moving on. This is a reprint, what I found out by James Jakovich, I believe. I learned that from this other cat on YouTube who is a major Goosebump collector. So thank you, sir. Once I find out your name, I will shout you out in the future video once again. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known that. So here is a reprint of R.R. Stine's Goosebumps, You Can't Scare Me. That's right, I have a reprint of this book. Now, here's the front, here's the back. They've got the dirt on you. Courtney is a total show-off. She thinks she's so brave. And she's always making Eddie and his friends look like wimps. Nothing can scare Courtney. Or so she says. Eddie's decided he's had enough. He's going to scare Courtney once and for all. He'll lure her down to Muddy Creek because he knows she actually believes those silly rumors. Rumors that creepy mud monsters are lurking there. It's just too bad that Eddie doesn't believe the rumors too, because they just might be true. Honestly, I didn't read the book. I seen the episode of this book. I was like, it was okay, but you know what? When I get to it, I'm gonna read it. Up next, this is another reprint that I own, and this is the very first episode that I have ever seen getting into Goosebumps. It terrified me for 2 weeks straight. I couldn't watch it Goosebumps after that, but then later on I got into it. Here is R.L. Stein's Goosebumps: The Haunted Mask. If Looks Could Kill. This episode right here, I didn't read the book. I seen the episode. I got into Goosebumps because of this right here, because of this episode. So here's the back. Then it says, face to face with a nightmare. How ugly is Carly Beth's Halloween mask? It's so ugly that it almost scared her little brother to death. So terrifying that even her friends are freaked out by it. It's the best Halloween mask ever. It's everything Carly Beth hoped it would be, and more. Maybe too much more, because Halloween is almost over, and Carly Beth is still wearing the special mask. Wow. I love the episode. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love the story when I get to it. Moving on. This is a Goosebumps Reader Beware Choose Your Own series. Choose Your Own series book. This is book number 2, TikTok You're Dead. Here's the back of it, as you can see. Let's see. Bong. That's how you describe your family vacation. Boring. That's how you describe your family vacation in New York City. Instead of visiting all the cool spots like Rockefeller Center and the Statue of Liberty, your parents drag you to a bunch of stupid museums. Then at the Museum of Natural History, something really strange happens. You accidentally get involved in an strange experiment that sends you traveling through time. Will you duel with knights at a medieval castle? Come face to face with a man-eating dinosaur, or take a ride through outer space? The choice is yours. In this scary Goosebumps adventure that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't like the choose your own ending thing. I like a good story, but to choose my own ending, I see where they went with these type of books. But me personally, don't try to at me at this. But I just prefer the original story. It got the start, middle, suspense, ending, and then leave you at the end. Oh wow, But the choose your own ending, I really didn't get into this. So, but. This is book number 2, TikTok You're Dead. Moving on. Here is another Choose Your Own Ending book. This is book number 1, Goosebumps. Book number 1, Escape from the Carnival of Horror. Here's the front of it. Here's the back. Take a ride if you dare. Take a ride if you dare. Late one night, you and your friends visit the old fairgrounds there. They're putting up rides and booths for the annual carnival, but this year things look really different, really odd, really scary. The place is lit up by 100 fiery torches, and spooky music is coming from the main tent. Then you meet Big Al, the creepy carnival manager. He's invited you in to test some of the rides. Will you be brave to the terrifying supersonic space coaster? Risks the horrors of the reptile petting zoo? Slice through the only waters of Booger Bog, or confront the evil snake lady. Wow. The choice is yours in this Goosebumps adventure that's that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings. Really, once again, I mean, some of you guys may like the 20 different endings. That's cool. I don't. I rather just stick to the start, middle, suspense, ending, and then weird suspense at the end. But to choose your 20, that's not my cup of tea when it comes to the Goosebump book series. But it's awesome to the collection. So I will be collecting these as a collector, the rest of these books. Just because, that's what us collectors do. Moving on, here is the special collector's edition of Goosebumps, Deep Trouble by R.O. Stine. Here's the front. Okay, Billy and Sheena, introducing Billy and Sheena Deep. They're up to their necks in trouble. Join Billy and Sheena on their first adventure in this special collector's edition of the Undersea Chiller, that has sold more than 2 million copies worldwide. Okay, that didn't, like the original R.R. Stein. At least those books that I read at the back, it gave you somewhat of the story of what was happening. But once again, I will be collecting these, but I'm gonna collect the original copy first. Moving on, because I don't want this video is super long, but hey, it's for Goosebumps. Moving on, Goosebumps, the special collector's edition, Night of the Living Dummy, R.R. Stine. Here's the front. Here's the back. He's made of wood and up to no good. Find out how the evil began in this special collector's edition of the classic thriller that has sold more than 2 million copies. Alright, this is the special collector's edition of Goosebumps. So I have a lot of collector's edition, but now here's what I'm talking about. Let's get down to the nitty gritty right here. Let's get down to the real books that I have, because I know they have reissued these books in the original cover, but as a new print, I have the original ones from the 90s. So the first book I have, book number 5. This is The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Heard a lot of bad things about this book. I heard a lot of people was like, I'm not even going to talk about it. But I'm going to turn it around. But here it is. Something that has been here. Gabe just got lost in a pyramid. 1 minute had his crazy cousin Sorry, I don't know how to say this. Sari, sorry, I'm gonna just call it that. Was right ahead from him in the pyramid tunnel. The next minute, she's disappeared. But Gabe isn't alone. Someone else is in the pyramid too. Someone or something. Gabe doesn't believe in the curse of the mummy's tomb. But that doesn't mean that the curse isn't real. Does it? Alright. I didn't see that. I think I seen the episode, but didn't really fully watch it. But I will read the book. But here is book number 5, The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Moving along. Next up is book number 14, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Here's the front. As you can see, I got this off of eBay because the last owner name was Bella. Thank you, Bella, for allowing me to purchase this. So here's the back. What big teeth you have? There's something horrible happening in Fever Swamp. Something really horrible. It started with the strange howling at night. Then there was the rabbit torn to shreds. Whoa. Everyone thinks Grady's new dog is responsible. After all, he looks just like a wolf and he seems a little on the wild side. But Grady knows his dog is just a regular old dog, and most dogs don't howl at the moon or disappear at midnight or change into terrifying creatures when the moon is full. Or do they? Wow. This was the Werewolves of Fever Swamp. I finally seen the Goosebumps movie. And they made a lot of references in this movie, and of course, Slappy being, I believe he is the main villain of said movie. But I have to buy it for myself. I seen it on TV last night, but I will buy it on Blu-ray so that way I can watch it. Okay, moving on. I have book number 12. R.R. Stein, Goosebumps, Be Careful What You Wish For. I heard a lot of people like this book. I will take time to read it, and you know what? I'm just going to continue because I'm down to the last book anyway. But let's do this. Make-A-Wish. Samantha Bird is a klutz, an accident waiting to happen. She's the laughing stock of the girls' basketball team. And that mean rotten Judith Bellwood is making her life miserable on and off the court. But everything's about to change. Sam's met someone who can grant her 3 wishes for real. Okay. Too bad Sam wasn't careful what she wished for. Because her wishes are coming true, and they're turning her life into a living nightmare. Okay. Yes, I've seen the episode of this. You know, like I said, a couple of episodes I seen before reading the book. So, and this also was one of them. But yes, you know, this is a very good episode, and one day I will read this book and I will enjoy it. Now, down to the last book. Now, I just want to start by saying thank you for bearing with me with the reading part of this video. You know, I have a trouble a little bit stuttering with the words, but you know, I get through them the best way I know how. But here is one of my all-time favorite books. A lot of people don't like this book, but I'm going to say I do, and this is book number 13. This is R.R. Stein, Goosebumps, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. I love the episode. I love it. I love the episode, and I love the book. I read this before, because, you know, once before, I used to go to the library and get all the Goosebump books and read them and stuff. So, here's the front. Here's the back. Practice till you drop dead. When Jerry finds a dusty old piano in the attic of his new home, his parents offer to pay for lessons. At first, taking piano seems like a cool idea, but there's something creepy about Jerry's piano teacher, Dr. Shriek. Something really creepy, something Jerry can't quite put his finger on. Then Jerry hears the stories, terrifying stories about the students at Dr. Shriek's music school. Students who went in for a lesson and never came out. Oh man, this book is very good. I loved it. I'm glad I have it in my collection now. But like I said, I'm on the verge of collecting all 62 original books. So far, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 out of 62. So I need to collect the rest. And once I do that, then I'll show you guys the rest of the books. But I just want to say thank you. That's right. I have 11 Goosebump books so far. I just want to say thank you for sticking around, enjoying this video, and watching it with me. I will be doing more videos very soon. I will be doing a lot of unboxings. I'm not even going to call this video unboxings. I'm just going to call it my Goosebump collection or something like that. But thank you for rocking with me. I'm your boy Smith, Blacksmith 89, aka Mr. Malone, and I will be doing more videos like this very soon, so stay tuned for that. So until next time, thank you and peace out.